A couple of years ago, you may have run across a pretty popular YouTube video that showed dozens of trucks apparently carrying sewage out of Dubai. This video is in fact legitimate, and those trucks were indeed filled with human waste. But in a city as modern as Dubai, why were they forced to truck out poop from even the newest buildings, including the Burj Khalifa? Well, to understand this, we have to first take a look at how Dubai was built. All of Dubai's wonders are funded by the government in an effort to draw tourists and businesses into Dubai from around the world. And in order to attract new immigrants, they have very lenient tax policies. In fact, they have no sales or income tax. They have slowly been able to grow other streams of revenue to make up for this, but like every country, they have to take out debt whenever they want to embark on a new project. And this is precisely what they did when building the Burj Khalifa, which cost $1.5 billion. But this is not their only expense. They spend billions of dollars expanding Emirates' fleet, building hotels, advertising, and building other tourist attractions. Evidently, they accumulated a lot of debt, and they still do have a lot of debt. In 2018, Dubai's government debt was estimated to be $65 billion, which is 56% of their GDP. Now, there are plenty of countries, including the US, who have a much higher debt to GDP ratio of over 100%. However, the difference between these places and Dubai is a source of stable income. As Dubai has no taxes and no oil revenue, they are dependent on tourism, fees, and investments, which are all directly linked to how much interest surrounds the city. It all depends on how many people are interested in visiting the city, how many people are interested in living in the city, and how many people would use their services. Consequently, a 56% GDP to debt ratio in Dubai is much more volatile than other developed areas. On top of this, Dubai was also affected by the global financial crisis of 2008, causing many state banks to nearly collapse. Dubai actually had to get a $20 billion bailout from the Central Bank of Abu Dhabi in 2009 to avoid bankruptcy. Evidently, they needed to get more income very soon or they were going to go bankrupt. And as Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, has pledged to not use income tax as a way to pay off debt, he really wanted to avoid using taxes, as this would just further decrease Dubai's credibility. As a result, the concentration turned to finishing the Burj Khalifa, as this would draw a lot of new attention to Dubai and increase revenue. And as they were rushing to finish the building, they decided that a sewage system wasn't necessary, as this really wouldn't add much revenue. Now, it's not that the Burj Khalifa itself doesn't have a sewage system, as it does. It's rather that the city's sewer could not support extra waste being added by this giant building, and as a result, it is not connected to the city sewer. And given their critical financial situation, spending time and money on expanding the sewage infrastructure was simply not a priority, and so they didn't. On top of this, trucking out waste would be cheaper than expanding the sewage system in the short term. But as the Burj Khalifa opened and people started inhabiting it, a lot more waste was produced than expected. The Burj Khalifa is capable of accommodating 35,000 people. If all of these people were all fed, we would see up to 7,000 kilograms of waste per day. And that's just the waste itself. You also have the water and toilets, which adds to a total of about 15 tons of sewage per day. You can quickly see why this is such a big issue. Evidently, trucks came throughout the day constantly pumping out sewage from the building. But not only was the city's sewer lines not capable of handling that much waste, but neither were the sewage treatment facilities themselves, which caused trucks to wait in line to dump human waste at the plants for hours at a time. And as the city continued to rapidly expand, this became the fate of many buildings in the city center. Despite this, Dubai's main goal was still expansion and worldwide recognition, so this issue wasn't really addressed for many years, especially because the trucking system got the job done. Dubai did eventually start expanding their sewage system as health and sanitation concerns began to arise. But these were just small investments here and there to reduce public concern. It wasn't until 2017 that Dubai actually made a serious plan to eliminate these orange tankers. In 2017, they budgeted out 30 billion dirhams, or about $8 billion, to vastly improve the sewage system. The new sewer design is based on some of the most advanced sewage systems in the world, including Singapore. Furthermore, after completion, the new system will help reuse wastewater, generating millions of cubic meters of irrigation water. But all of this is still just in the beginning stages, as construction was just started in 2019 and not expected to be completed till 2025. Fortunately though, this system is expected to last well past 2050 and eliminate most, if not all, orange tankers. And Dubai will finally have a sewage system that is on par with its modern sleek city. But if you happen to visit Dubai anytime soon, that is what those orange trucks entail. If you guys thought that this video explained Dubai's sewage problem well, then make sure to drop a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more questions just like this one logically answered. But until then, I'm Hari, and I'll see you guys on the next one.